Okay, we are on, and we are day number 9. We're only on day number 9. It feels like we're like 2 weeks in. I was saying the other day that I felt like last year when we accomplished this, that we proved we could do it.
Can you pause it? You just have to start over.
Okay, we're back. Nobody even knew we were gone.
We're fresh, right?
Oh yeah, we're
fresh.
fresh. We're back on. Oh yeah, we're back on.
No, wait.
Yeah, right. No, really.
Oh
We're
yeah,
recording.
wait. There we are.
No, we're on. Hi.
Stop it.
I'm so confused. We just started day 9.
That's how
We
I
did. We
felt
just
like
started day
last
9.
week.
See, day 9. We were just talking about day 9. I was talking about how the first year we needed to do this. We didn't prove that we could do it, and then this year we know we can. So I feel like some of these days we're like, "Whoa, when are we doing this?" So. But I would like to say that I really like the label of this one because it's it's the compass rose.
You know what it reminds me of? It
What?
reminds me of the stickers that you would get on spring break and put them on your car.
Yeah. So funny story. Right. So in the 90s, it's like super popular to get tattoos and the, inevitable tramp stamp.
Yes, that's what they look like.
Right. I know. That's mine.
But it's classy because it's kind of antique gold.
Right. I was gonna say, this sun, shape. I'm like, I've seen that before. Oh, right, because it's on my backside.
Oh, it's on my ass.
Yeah. Oh well, it's okay.
It's fine.
I own it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
All
So
right,
this
let's
is
try
this is a Rosso di Toscano, so a Tuscan red. I found some information in Wine Folly about the Super Tuscan blends, which interestingly are also a blend. And, similar to a Bordeaux, they usually have the same types of wines in them. So, and very similar to a Bordeaux.
This smells like licorice.
Oh, does it? Hey, good job, Holly.
Well, smell it and see if that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So Cab Sauvignon, Merlot, Cab Franc, and Syrah. And I do like me a Syrah, so I think I'm gonna like this.
Smell it. Smell it and see if it smells like licorice. Did I do it right?
It's breathing a little bit. We'll get there. This is these blends are labeled. It says that they're labeled with the lowly IGT classification because they don't follow the DOC law. Still, many of Tuscany's most expensive wines are in this category. So I smell cherry.
I swear I smell it.
It smells kind of earthy.
I don't smell cherries.
That's tasty.
I think it's kind of boring.
Do you? I can taste.
it doesn't have any. It doesn't hit you with anything like the smell, the taste, the finish. It's all pretty flat.
Are you sure it's not the drugs?
I'm sorry, what?
The drugs that you're on. Okay. No, Stephanie doesn't think that's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. It definitely doesn't, sell you on anything in particular. But
it's not bad.
I was gonna say, like, for what it is, I don't hate it.
No, I like it.
It's very easy, and for kind of what
But would
I
you
needed
buy
tonight,
this? But would you buy this over something? Would you? Would you
no.
actually go?
I would get a California Red any day of the week. But
I feel like this is like a box of a dry something.
Red table wine, sure.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, like a box table wine.
Okay, so here's interesting because Holly likes Chiantis.
So that's what this reminds me of.
How does this compare to Chianti, Holly?
It doesn't remind me of Chianti at all.
It's not near as flavorful as like a Chianti I would get at like an Italian, like when we
Well-
go to like the Aroma.
Hmm.
But
And it's way too smooth too to be. I mean, like Chianti is complex. This does not remind me of a Chianti at all.
it's dry like one.
It's smooth, super smooth. You like how I'm using all these words?
Is
You
where-
think this is
Complex.
smooth? You think
Smooth?
this is smooth and complex? No.
No, I
No.
said it's not as
Smooth,
complex.
not
as a
complex.
Chianti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said it's smooth.
Yeah. So the tasting notes are black cherry, leather, graphite, vanilla, and mocha, which again, I feel like are very, to your point, like boring descriptions of red wine.
Maybe
know,
I'm
not-
misplacing the licorice smell with leather. I don't know. I'm still learning.
So I would say that I don't know that I'm ever going to just run out and get an Italian red. I mean, I'd have to learn a lot more about them before I feel like that's what I'm going to go for. Because again,
I
would
love Italian
bring a
reds.
red any day of the week. Well, that's what I was thinking, because I know you love Italian reds, whether this was similar to anything that you like. I do-
No, it's not.
Okay. I mean, I do wonder again, this is a vintage 2018. So I wonder if this tastes better in 5 years. Is this something that gets some of that complexity as it ages?
Hey, babe, you want to come try this? He's being a party pooper.
Okay, so Vivino, the users, actually gave it a 3.9.
Really?
So, yeah, this is one of our higher, I know, it's one of the higher ratings for,
I mean, what in the world?
I mean, I like it, but it's not a 3.9.
I mean,
not.
it says featured in top 25 Tuscan Reds in the
No.
United States right now.
No.
I'm
No.
I'm just
No,
saying.
no. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a good Chianti Classico.
I mean, it's not expensive. So this looks like it's about a $15 bottle of wine.
Can we like get it locally?
I think all of these, let me see what the vintage is.
Let's all agree the label is top notch.
The label's a 5. That the label
There you
would get me to buy it.
Yeah, for sure. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I mean the 2017 version of this has, like 1,200 ratings and averages a 3.9. So, and this one says, okay, so this is interesting, and this may be why we're not such a big fan. Vivino says this is 100% Sangiovese.
I do like Sangiovese.
Although, again, I feel like Sangiovese, it's similar to like I talked about earlier, when you get a Zinfandel, you have to be careful to see whether this is a medium bodied or a full bodied. So clearly this is a medium bodied wine, sort of medium acidity. But I think that's why it's smooth, like you were saying, Holly. It's sort of an easy thing to drink. It just doesn't have a lot of character. So
No, it doesn't.
yeah. So,
But I mean, like I said, I like it.
right. I was gonna say, would I buy this for me? No. Would I buy this for having a bunch of people
A dinner party?
Right, dinner party where I wanted a
Because
$15
you can talk
bottle
about
of
the
wine,
label?
a $15 bottle of wine that isn't going to offend anybody.
You can say,
Maybe.
hey, have you seen the label on my wine bottle? It's on my ass too.
True, but then I might have to show my tattoo, and that ain't happening.
It's just, it's a dinner conversation.
Did I ever tell you the story of my tattoo? So
Maybe.
I was in college, and I know, right? I went home. I can't even remember whether it was spring break or the summer or something like that. And I'm from Austin, Texas. So I went home and I had been, I knew I wanted a tattoo. I did. I just wanted this, right? And I did my research and I kind of had an idea. And so I went to one of the famous tattoo parlors on 6th Street, which is a famous place in Austin that they shut down.
I know 6th Street. I've been there.
Well, so the guy who did my tattoo was actually the shop owner, and I got to chatting with him, and I'm like, so what makes somebody go into tattooing? I mean, because he looked like, a typical just straight laced kind of person. And he said he actually had a master's in graphic design from Berkeley, but in order to make his parents mad, he opened a tattoo parlor.
Got a guy. I mean, hey, I can get on board with that.
So he was the one who designed and gave me my first tattoo.
And then end up making, he probably makes pretty good bank being on 6th Street.
Then he sold it to this winemaker and put it on this bottle.
The label.
He did.
Changed it up just a little, because yours is like the first, right? Yours is like patented.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because nobody had the sun compass before.
Never ever. All right, so we're not so impressed with this wine, but what would we rate it?
JJ said 1. I
Oh,
say
it's a 1. It's not awful. 1 is
I
what
say
you would
1.5.
get one that has an F, like an F. What would you say, Stephanie?
1.5. It tastes like vinegar to me. It is so flat.
I would give it a 2.5.
I'm with you. I think it's just below I would buy a bottle, because I'm not going to buy it for me. If I had an opportunity where I'm like, okay, I need a quick bottle of something for a bunch of people who aren't going to enjoy wine, then yeah, I could do this.
But you know what? In this countryside that I'm in, that's Tuscany, I would drink this shit all day long. Look at that.
It's beautiful.
All right, this is what Stephanie does.
I wouldn't need to drink anything. I would just enjoy the countryside. I would not drink this there.
I would.
I would just enjoy the countryside. I wouldn't need 1.5 wine. I would just maybe go up the street and see if they had something that was like a 5.
I'm just saying, if you're in a little villa in the middle of Tuscany and the next winery is maybe 30 minutes away.
Oh, I mean, if you're just trying to get a little roadie, I guess
Maybe they have a bottle of Prosecco.
They could.
Oh.
And I would drink that first.
Yeah.
I would just.
Actually, you should drink this first, because then the Prosecco would taste even better.
Well, no, you got to start with the good stuff. You can't start with the bad
No,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying. No, you got to start with the bad stuff, because it gets inherent. Because if you start with the good stuff and then the next bottle is worse or not as good, then you're like, what the hell? Like you got to start with that.
Well, but I kind of disagree, because then you won't remember if you already, had a few of the bad stuff, then you won't remember the good stuff.
Scott and I have had this conversation before, because he always gets mad. He's like, we should have drank the good stuff last, and the bad stuff.
I'm with you. I think you start with the good stuff. This is why we have a very specific setup of wine. So like Chris has a rating system that we refer to as the first bottle, the second bottle, or the third bottle of wine. So this would very much be a third bottle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But if you have it third, then it tastes even worse.
No, because you don't care at that point.
You don't care about it anymore.
Yeah, you just want a third bottle of wine.
Well, we'll just agree to disagree.
Okay, that's fair. So, all right. Well, we're not impressed. We do not agree with the Vivino people for this one.
No,
or maybe
no.
Maybe make it a middle one. Have the best bottle first, the worst bottle second, and the medium third.
There you go. You got to bring it home. You're like, oh, I can't end on this. We're gonna have to get a good one. So then you have to open a third bottle. That I can get behind.
Okay.
Can't end on this. We're gonna need a better one.
Just when you have the best one first, and the next one doesn't taste as good. Like even worse than what it would normally.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody choke this down, and we'll say cheers.
Called Thoughts by Holly. You're welcome.
Whatever happened to that from Saturday Night Live? What is it, like Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy? We're gonna have to look those up again.
Yeah. And who was the other one? What was the other one? I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Yeah, that was
Remember that one? Smalls.
yeah, it was a
Small?
comedian. It was a comedian. Yeah, and then a female comedian.
No, it was
No,
it was
it's the
a dude.
male.
It was a dude.
Oh, well, somebody made that their like Oscar response when they went and got their
Yes.
Academy Award.
I don't remember that, but I remember him looking him in the mirror. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. And they were usually
That
the
was Pat. Was it Pat?
no, it wasn't Pat, because Pat was androgynous.
Right.
You didn't know. Oh boy. And then the what was the one that you just said where it was the scrolling, the deep
Stuart
thoughts?
Smalley. It is Stuart
Yeah.
Smalley. I knew it was
Stuart
Stuart.
Smalley.
Yeah, you said Smalls.
That was either before or after the doggone it, people like me. It was like
Al
stuff
Franken.
back to back.
It was Al Franken that did
It sure was.
it?
Yes, it was.
Nuh-uh.
Well done, Stephanie. Well done. Yep.
Senator Franken?
Yep, sure was.
Ah, okay, good to know. Very good. All right, well,
Okay.
we'll end on that. Deep thoughts. And
Cheers.
all right, till tomorrow night. Cheers.
Till tomorrow night. Cheers.